Hey guys, I was asked to do a ballet video that actually has music to it. I did some videos a little while ago for my students, but I just did counts because that's something we're working on. But here is a class that you can do at home, and I'm actually going to have some music. I'm using the Fifield album, and I think it's the Hollywood Hits album 1. So really good stuff. We're going to do just a very simple bar warm-up, so some foot treads and some back stretch. I'm pretty much stealing this from one of my favorite teachers here in Salt Lake City. Well, after that we'll do some little tendu. So if you've been to her class, this will look really familiar. But before we start plie, we're also going to do some leg swings. And we'll do 8 open or to the side, and then 8 facing the bar. Then we'll repeat on the other leg, and then we're going to do a triangle stretch and a back twist. So I'll just kind of walk you through that. Since this is a follow along video, I'm not going to go into too much detail. You can always back it up if you miss something. Repeat, but bend your knees. Start with the other foot. Bend the knees. Last one. Let's step 2 first. 1, 2, 3, encore. Change feet. Turn out, stretch out the back. For plie, we're doing a combination I got from another favorite teacher of mine, Victoria Kim. Start in first, and we have 2 demi-plie and a grand plie, but the second demi-plie takes you in a little chassé to a new position, or glisse, maybe would be a better word. I'm going to be very loose on the port de bras. If you want something big and dramatic, go ahead. If you just want to leave the arm in second position, that's fine too. We have demi-plie and up. Demi-plie, stay as low as you can. Go to second position. Make sure it's not too big. And grand plie. That's our pattern. We go demi-plie, demi-plie, new position. Stay down as long as you can. Don't come up as you, don't straighten your legs as you close the feet. Stay down. And grand plie. Then we go demi. This one takes you to fourth. This can either be a long demi-plie, a full grand plie, or a roll up, depending on how your hips are feeling. Demi-plie, slide to fifth position, stay down as far as you can, and grand plie. I'm going to come back to first for quarter corps devant, and to the back and side and side. If you want to, you can stay in fifth. Next we'll do a little tendu from first. Tendu and close, plie and up. Just this encore. Plie and up. Do and close, plie and up. Do and close, plie and up. Then a little faster. Up, in, two encore. Then we'll take a little roll up and another 8 count balance in our first, just to make sure we're really on those legs. told you for fifth, if your hips aren't quite ready for this yet, your options are to go to a third, but I also want to encourage you to have a real fifth, one that you can use. I like to try and impress myself and crank it out, but then I regret it later in my hips and my knees. Do a fifth that's going to work for you, and third is also an option. Just really take care of these very important joints up here. We can go out and close, out and close, out, brush through first, and brush and close, out, close, back, out, close, front, out. We're going to lay the heel down. If you're doing kind of the Russian version of this, you're going to leave this hip here and let this hip drop. It's for flexibility in the tailbone. Or if you'd rather do kind of the more European American version, you can actually shift the weight over. And close. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and brush. And you end up back where you started. Dun, 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 dun. Drop the heel. Up and close. We're going to repeat with the arm. Dun, 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 dun. Arm comes side, allongé, and arrondi. Then it just stays in second. You can do a little indication there if you want, or just leave the arm in second. Then this will go through the back, 2, curve to fifth high or third, come to second and close. Hopefully I'll get that right. Da, 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 da. Here we'll go ahead and go close to plie and a susu for our first balance in fifth. keep the same pattern. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Up and close, up, close, up, push back and front and close, up and close, up and close, up, peek, peek, and close. So that's the difference there. Since we're off the floor, we're not going to do that hip. Instead we do 2 peeking. Up and close, up and close, up, brush front and back and close, up and close, up and close, up, peek, peek, and close. We will only do it one time through. We're going to take, let's do stretch forward again, since we haven't had that in a few combinations, and back. Just front and back. That'll be balance in coupe, just coupe devant. To do one more dégagé or jeté facing the bar. We do 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we do 4s, but not the way you think it is. 4 crossing front. 1, 2, 3, 4 crossing back. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're starting to get a little bit away from the bar, so we're going to we're not going to go side anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Always your last one that would have gone to the back is going to go to the side. Okay, then we do 1, 1, 1 and hold, 1, 1, 1 and hold, again 1, 1, 1 and hold, 1, 1, 1 and hold. I need to go over it again too, so here we go, second time. 8 to the side, 8 to the side, 4 cross front, 4 cross back, 4 cross front, 4 cross back, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the ones. 1, 1, 1, up, hold. 1, 1, 1, hold. 1, 1, 1, hold. 1, 1, 1, hold. That should help us feel symmetrical and also really get us able to shift our weight back and forth. The great thing about this being a video is you can back it up and do that as many times as you want to. Watch it as many times as you need to. Next we have rond de jambe. I always do this for kind of a preparation. You don't have to, but that's the one I always do. Then we start the combination. 1, 2, 3, 4. With the arm. 6. You don't have to add the arm. But 8 rond de jambe. Then we're going to do a little lift and close. You don't have to go in releve, but you can. Lift and close. Lift and close. Lift and close. Then it reverses. 8. Last 4 have quarter bras. Then this is just a little exercise. You don't get to play on this leg. You have to press down on the bar. Don't use your shoulder, just your palm and this deep muscle back here in your back. And of course your leg all the way up. Press and press. This last one we're going to close in our 5th. And we'll do, I've taken to calling it the Howard, after the teacher David Howard, who I think made it very popular over here. It's the pattern that goes circular port de bras or circular port de corps. You're moving both your arm and your core, so I've heard it called both. Then we're going to go into the bar, a little lunge. You can stay down here for as long as you want to. Take a lunge, or you can go down and up and back. Grab your arabesque, penché, and balance. You can stay in the arabesque balance. Some dancers like to bring it to a passe balance. The Howard, as I'm calling it, has all kinds of iterations. And where, for me, rond de jambe is kind of the heart of the ballet bar. After you finish the initial exercise, it's kind of what your body needs that day. If you're ready to crank your penché stretch, do it. If you need extra time in a lunge, if you need time in the fetal position, it's for you. Before we do side 2, I wanted you to check out my tank top. This is from Chevaldancewear. This is called a Spotlight tank. They come in a couple of different colors. and they have this cool kind of splash effect with a dancer. I have lots of dancer silhouettes, so check it out on my website, Chevaldancewear.com. Let's do side 2. Next we have fondue. You can leave these on flat. I'm going to show them on releve. Again, like I was saying about fifth position, do what your hips and knees and ankles need to do. Another great perk of this being a video is you can come back to it as many times as you want, and you can do pushing as hard as you want to, but don't abuse yourself so you're not able to walk later. So always up to you. My preparation is 7, 8. Fondue to the front, fondue to the side, fondue to the back. This can either come through a first up and back, or you can stay up and just bring the toe through demi. This is kind of a harder movement, so your choice. We'll reverse all of that. Brush, brush, go to the front, double fondue to the side. I'll help you with the counting in the video. Little rond de jambe on there. It should cut your toe right across the fat part of your calf 2 times. Then we carry to the back. Then repeat that second part. 1 to the back, double fondue. Little cut, bring it around and close. I'm taking another promotional moment. This is a Chevaldancewear jewel skirt. This is an adult long, and it's the slip-on style. They come in both slip-on and wrap, and have lots of colors. Let's do frappe. This again can be all on flat or all on releve, or any combination you like. I usually go 5, 6, 7, 8 to begin. We go 2 to the front, 3 fast side, 2 to the back, 3 fast side, double front, hold, hold, double side, hold, hold, double back, hold, hold, double side, piqué. Then we'll reverse all of that. If doubles don't feel good or just don't make sense, these can just be single, hold, hold, and make sure this is very, very strong. I'm going to repeat on flat, 2 to the back, 3 fast side, 2 to the front, 3 fast side, double back, hold, hold, side, double front, double side, piqué. And if you're on flat, that will just be piqué. If you're on releve, you can go piqué or long plié, piqué. We're going to close and do petit battement with the inside foot for 8 counts. 7, 8, close it in back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, close it in front. 8 count balance with the inside leg and keep it in the back, the toe. 8 count balance with the front leg. I don't know if the music will keep going, but let's do at least one pirouette at the bar after we've had those balances. I'm going to do a bar stretch. You can follow along with what I'm doing, or you can sit down and do totally your own different thing. Okay, before I do développé, one more shameless plug for my business. This is one of my leotards, our spaghetti strap top. And this is actually a photo that I took and then put into a photo editor. So you can choose any picture you like to have on the back, any beautiful piece of art. That's what we do, custom leotards with any color base. Okay, let's do développé or développé, depending on where you're from. I'm going to keep this one on flat. You can bring it up to releve if you want. We go coupe, passe, extend, hold, little, attitude, and then you try and get just an inch higher and close. We do that to the side. Make sure this knee doesn't come forward in that little attitude. Again to the back. Dun, dun, dun. We're going to brush through and do port de corps front and port de corps back. If you want to reverse this, then you can play this section again and you would just start from the back. But I'm not going to do that today. Okay, one more. We're going to do grand battement. We'll see how long this lasts. Any port de bras you want, including port de chat. We go grand battement, close, grand battement, close, grand. This can either come back to a passe height or a coupe height. Grand and close. 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4. 1 coupe front, throw to the side and back. And we'll get more views, right? Yeah. Same thing to the back. Bum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum. 1 coupe and throw, close. 1 to the side, 2 to the side. This third one can be the little twist in, twist out, and close. Or you can just do another little coupe. You can twist your back. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Snuggles in when they're over. Twist the back or curve the back, however you might want that to feel. the Barre, the Australian National Ballet Physical Therapy Department, which is awesome in the amount of research it's been doing to help dancers and other artistic athletes, found that doing a series of relevés after Barre decreased overall injury for the entire body for both male and female dancers by some incredible amount. I've heard 50% and I've heard 75%. Something about realigning the body in parallel position right after you've explored all of your balletic possibilities at Barre just does something to secure your safety once you get to center. And then those long rehearsal hours that professional dancers put in. So we're going to do a little series there. We start out with plie, releve 8 times, then double time 16 just releve. Actually we'll do 15 of them so that on the 16th count we can open up and do the same thing in first. One of my favorite things to do to cool my calves down is put them up on the bar. If you're lucky enough to have a double bar, up here also works. And you can give yourself a little calf massage. That's it for our bar. Thank you so much. This proves that you can do it in a small space in your living room. Throw down some kind of rug or something that will work well with your shoes but that won't hurt them. And you don't even have to have a bar. You could have a chair that you stabilize by putting something heavy on, like a bunch of books, or maybe even the bar in your kitchen, but just something that you can press down on for your balance. Thank you so much, and I want to especially thank my friend Laura. She's the one who made a comment on one of my other videos and said, "This is something I've been looking for. I can't get to class as much as I want to these days, but I could do something at home." There are hundreds of really good free ballet classes on YouTube. Catherine Morgan has several that are very good, all different levels, and so does Claudia Dean. But I thought I would throw my contribution in. One more plug for my business. Buy one of my skirts or one of my leotards. And happy dancing, you guys.